don't know what this is because I thoroughly enjoy the music.
I do too.
Well, this is a needle drop from a movie that is in number one at the box office right now.
So,
Rebecca's favorite, Civil War.
Silver War. We're just gonna rename it Silver War. Okay, that's like Jeff. You got it in early, so there you go. Welcome back to Good Things. It's Friday, so we got Tanya here to talk movies. So it is number one at the box office. Are you surprised by that?
You know, I don't think I am, just because the timing is good. You know, I think they picked a great week to release, and A24 is the studio behind it. This is their first number one movie ever at the box office, so I'm excited for them.
Have you seen it?
I have not, but I've read enough. I will see it. I just haven't had a chance yet. But it is one of those that sounds like it's super chilling. It's like kind of a dystopian future where California, Texas have succeeded from the United States and formed their own little group called the Western Force, or I think that's what it is. And I think Florida has also kind of gone and they're doing their own thing. And it's the second Civil War. And
you said that very well.
And, you know, they're trying to take the president down, basically. He's corrupt. And anyway, the movie, I mean, that's what's going on. But the movie's about 4 journalists who are going from New York to the White House to try to document all of this, you know, take pictures and cover the story.
Brave.
But I've seen bits and pieces of it. I've not sat and watched the whole movie. But Kirsten Dunst is incredible in this movie. I really feel like we're going to see her. Just the bit I've seen, she is really going to be, I feel like we're going to hear her name come Oscar time. And her real life husband, Jesse Plemons, is also in it. And he is incredible too. So I think this might be one of those fun award seasons where we might see a husband and wife nominated.
But it seems like it's early. Like,
yeah.
So will they do they remember the early birds?
You know what? Used to, I would have said no. I mean, every now and then. But last year kind of blew all that out of the water because Barbie and Oppenheimer were both July movies. So, you know, usually you do see the more Oscar contenders start being released in November-ish. But yeah, sometimes they are re-released or released a little early, you know, like in select theaters, so that they can get a shot at an Oscar nomination. But this weekend we have got a new release, that the horror movie of the week, as we say. But I have to admit, this one looks interesting. I think I may check it out.
What's wrong with you?
It's called Abigail. And it's about a 12-year-old. She's a little ballerina. She's the daughter of a powerful underworld figure. And she's kidnapped for ransom. And these people that have kidnapped her only have to keep her happy and taken care of for one night, and they're going to collect their ransom. But little do they know,
They picked the wrong girl?
they have picked the wrong girl.
Okay, I might go watch that one.
I think
Maybe
there's some vampire elements to it, but this is what's got me interested.
that'd be my luck. I would kidnap a vampire.
The one thing, I feel like, I don't know that it's intended to be comical, but it looks like it's got some funny stuff. Like, she does a few little moves before she kills people, which I think is so funny. But the cast, you got Dan Stevens and Matthew Good. Those are Mary's 2 men from Downton Abbey. I mean, that's like really good actors. And then, of course, it's Giancarlo Esposito from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. He played Gus. I'm like a little bit obsessed with him. He is like such a good actor. So that alone kind of has me intrigued.
Well, I'll let you go first.
Yeah. It is rated R. So,
probably for a good reason.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be gory, but I feel like it's not going to be, you know, you've got the funny, gory, and then you've got the, oh my gosh, that really could happen
If they
gory.
can like the humor helps
Yes.
soften.
Yes.
Like if you can and it's well timed humor, even if it's in something that's a little scary. If you can just get me to chuckle and break up the oh my God, we're all like this is it, we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
then I can probably handle it like a little bit better.
Like Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
even like Blade and some of those other ones. I mean, they had like a little bit of just humor. I know you laugh because some of it was just.
Blade's not a horror movie.
But it is to me. I don't want to see that. I don't want to wake up in the morning and like think about that. So maybe that's my problem. My definition of a horror
Blade's
movie.
technically a comic book movie.
Oh well, people get their heads chopped off.
Oh, the other new release, this one's also rated R. So everything we've talked about so far is rated R.
Stay
so,
at home, kids. Get a babysitter.
yeah, so this is a good one to go back and maybe revisit Kung Fu Panda if you haven't seen it yet. If you want to, and Ghostbusters is still out there if you wanted to take the kids. But the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, this is a Guy Ritchie directed movie. And it stars Henry Cavill, who we know is Superman, Carrie Elwes, and Henry Golding. But it's based on a true story, inspired by true events, with probably some artistic liberty, kind of like The Crown, Some of it's factual, but they have a little fun with it. But it's based on recently declassified files of the British War Department. And based on these guys that really lived, it was like a first ever special force that Prime Minister Winston Churchill actually put together, along with the author, Ian Fleming. And is he the one that wrote the James Bond movies?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's crazy.
Where he got a lot of the ideas
Yeah.
for the crazy stuff that Bond would pull off. Is he was inspired by events that he witnessed or took part in during World War II.
I mean, that just is amazing, isn't it? I mean, that's just crazy for somebody to be that versatile and have that much life experience
And look good in a suit.
Yeah. But anyway, it's a top secret unit. And the fun thing about this, Carrie Elwes said he was actually working on another movie with Guy Ritchie, and they were just kind of chit-chatting and asked, what's your plans? What are you working on next? And he said, well, there's this group of guys, that were kind of an undercover special force. Have you ever heard of it? And Carrie's like, not only have I heard of it, but my grandfather or great-grandfather was part of it. And
What's
so
the chances?
I know. And so, of course, he's part of this movie too. So I think it's cool. It's an action comedy. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
And it's out.
And it's out. It came out today. So that's it as far as the big new releases at the theater. And as Rhino mentioned, Civil War did come out on top last week, but Godzilla's right behind it.
Wow.
So you still have that one out there to check out.
Is Dune still out there?
Yeah, Dune is still hanging in there. It's made $273 million so far.
So it's a disappointment.
Yeah. But yeah, it was number 5 last weekend. Kung Fu Panda was number 4. So, and then Ghostbusters number 3.
Is there anything we're looking forward to?
Well, next weekend we've got the new Zendaya movie, who I just love her.
From Dune.
Yeah, she's in Dune. It's called Challengers, and she plays a tennis star who has a career-ending injury, and she kind of enters the coaching world. So I think it's a love triangle.
Of course it is.
Mixed with tennis, and it seems like tennis is often the sport of choice in those types of movies. And then the next weekend we've got The Fall Guy, which is the new Ryan Gosling movie, Emily Blunt, that looks to shine a spotlight on all of our stunt performers, and of course it'll be funny. And then the big new release in June is going to be A Quiet Place Day One, which is a prequel to the Quiet Place movies we've already seen. From John Krasinski. And then fast forward to July, Despicable Me 4 is coming out.
Finally something for the families.
Yeah.
You're just going to have to wait till July.
Yeah, and then if you're staying at home this weekend, Hulu's got a great movie to stream. It is PG-13, but it's called The Greatest Hits. And it's about a girl that every time she hears a certain song, or when she hears certain songs, she can transport back in time to.
That'd be terrible.
I-
Not all songs bring up good memories.
So yeah, exactly. But she has the opportunity, or she has to make the decision. Would she change anything? When she does go back in time.
Ooh, don't give me that power.
And then also there's a great documentary that's on Apple Plus about Steve Martin. So
I bet that would be a good
it's
one.
a really good one. I loved it.
All righty, lots to see if you want to. Thank you, Tanya. You guys stick with us. We got a few more good things for you coming up next.